Good afternoon. Welcome to Austin City Limits Radio and a very special Dell Music Lounge. Year-round, we present our Dell Music Lounge. It's always in the same place. It's in our building. Did one today with Alt J, but every once in a while, we take it out of the building, and we are proud today to do it with our partners, Dell, here in the Dell Experience right in the heart of South by Southwest. Live audience, say hello on the radio. So the way these work, because I'm guessing that a lot of folks are in from out of town, the way these work is we get an intimate live performance. In the middle, I'll interrogate him for a moment, and then if you're here in the audience, we'll go upstairs to a larger party in just a little while. But again, live audience, thanks for being here. This Dell Experience is terrific, and it is, throughout the last couple of days, featured a whole bunch of terrific Austin music, and that continues right now. Mobley, generous enough to join us. Thank you. And,
thanks for having me.
Moby will be playing upstairs in just a little while. But again, live on Austin City Limits Radio, please welcome Austin's Mobley.
Thank you very much. I'm going to play some songs from my most recent record. The record's called Young and Dying in the Occident Supreme. The song's called James Crow. I've been seeing the world through a dead man's eyes. When I laid me down, I did not rise. But then I noticed that I've been watching myself from a car outside. So to bring me round, it took me down a long dark ride. That's where I found him at. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you break it to me slow, singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you walk it for me slow, singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. You've been selling the world on a dead man's lies. Kind of won't decay, fade away, passing time. I play the scientific, I can't be tamed. You pray to a religion that can't be named. But all I really want is to crawl back in my body and be free. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, they're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you walk it for me slow, singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you walk it for me slow, singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. Is there a fever worse than fate? You know you lost, 'cause it's gone from the beginning. And I can feel it in the way that you are. You're on. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you break it to me slow and take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you walk it for me slow, sing it, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you walk it for me slow, singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James The song's called Nobody's Favorite. Come dumb, come young, come rain, come sun, come sunken, I didn't half a whale. Point the magnet at me, man, let's get some money, we can make it fail. I could be the call to change your life. You've been on the since 95. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite one. Say something cool to keep it textual. Well, that's the mood, so what's the move? She's standing next to you. Holy water, or a shot of ginger ale. I've been drinking from wishing wells, hoping it'll change my life. But it's not. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite one. I had a dream this was all lit up, but the luster's fading. I had a dream this was all I want, but the luster's waning. I had a dream this was all there was. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one.
Mobley live on Austin City Limits Radio from the Dell Experience, downtown Austin, right in the heart of South by Southwest. So we've been following the windows that the pandemic has allowed, and maybe now going back 4 or 5, 6 months, you got to play Blues on the Green,
Yeah.
our event in Zilker Park that if you're just joining us for South by, we throw an event every summer. It moved a little bit from summer because of the pandemic, but we got to do one after not getting to do one a year, and some, 30,000 people show up. What's it feel like for you, who had been home and not playing, and you, until then, had lived for the experience, that exchange with a crowd?
Yeah.
What did that show feel like to come back out of it to that, even if it was just for a moment?
Yeah, it was incredible. I think 30,000 is a bigger number than I can actually comprehend in any meaningful way. And so, yeah, I think I had gone like 18 months without playing a show at that point. And so for live music, for me to have been reduced to basically sitting in my living room staring into an iPhone, for 18 months, it opening back up in that way to such a massive crowd was really. This isn't a good interview answer, but it's pretty indescribable. I don't think there's a way that I can put into words what it felt like.
Well, you're a guy who believes in the healing power of music, in the protest power of music, in the ability for music to connect in a way that's different than almost any other art form.
Yeah.
Given the last couple of years, the pandemic, civil rights, the war, how are we doing at that as a whole? Where are we on that spectrum of using music for change?
I think it depends on who the we is. You could always do more. Everybody can always do more than they're doing, just about everybody. And it would be easy to be cynical about how relatively little, there has been on that side. But I think to be optimistic about it, I think there are a lot of people who have been really activated, by the pandemic, by the ways in which the change to society has highlighted problems and inadequacies in the way that we're set up to relate to each other, and so I'd say, there's definitely some people carrying the torch. Yeah.
One of the things that we talk about every South by Southwest, and maybe more so recently, because people come to town and they say, I don't recognize this city. This city has changed. Some of that change has been positive. We know that.
Sure, yeah.
On the other hand, some of the things that you've been really active about, the idea that what we need to change is this city's always been unequal. Yeah. There's been inequality sort of baked in.
Yeah.
What needs to happen there? How does that change, especially after the last couple of years? And if you believe maybe that there's an opportunity now to do something different because we haven't been doing anything for 2 years.
Yeah. Specifically with regard to the city of Austin?
Yeah.
That's a difficult question. I mean, aside from my music, I do labor organizing here in the city and have done work within the city to try to improve things. I think, speaking as a musician and from the vantage of a musician, a pretty precarious job, a pretty marginalized workforce. I think the biggest thing that we need is just a sense of community and solidarity. I think the way that our lives are set up kind of makes it very easy to think of the world that you live in as being very rich and complex, and then flattening out everybody else's world. Like, oh, I never thought about how much work goes into X, like this chair. How much of somebody's life did they have to put into this chair? And I think if we're better at thinking about that and thinking about each other as connected through all those things, that a lot of the things that need to change in terms of equity, in terms of, in this city in particular, affordability, would flow from that. I think you kind of have to start at connecting to other people and seeing yourself as part of a community. And if there's anything that the pandemic has proven, it's that we're all just intimately connected to each other.
On a lighter note, you got yourself a pandemic puppy.
I did, yeah.
Tell me about the dog.
My dog's name is Kakashi, and he is a golden doodle, and he's very adorable. And we got it because I'm always on tour, and I knew I wasn't going to be on tour for a while, so I'd have a chance to be around it for a little bit. And then we ended up having a kid, which was not part of the plan, so now we have both, which is definitely more than I bargained for. But it's great. It's very very nuclear family.
Have you thought about taking the dog on the road when that's a possibility? Having a road dog means you have a little piece of home with you everywhere you go, and you can train them that when they need to go, they'll either paw at the bus driver if you've got one. It's just an idea.
If you want to train him, then I'd be up for it.
All right. Mobley's going to be performing upstairs for us here at the Dell Experience in just a little while. But once again, live on Austin City Limits Radio at the Dell Experience, this is Mobley.
How are y'all doing? How's everybody doing? I don't like to feel disconnected from my audience. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me okay? Are you guys doing good? How many people are here from out of town? Not that many, wow. Cool, well, welcome. I'm gonna play a couple more songs from my newest record. This song is called Dreams of Empire. Got a way of talking, I've got a way of holding in. Back to the start again. Rings I should say more often, get bottled up to pour like gin. Back to the start again. And when you see shadow in your night, when I look into your eyes, why do they burn so big and bright? Oh, 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 dreams of empire, up from the solid south end, in from the wide Missouri plain. Back to the start again, born eye on dusky back sand, laid low in everlasting shame. Back to the start again. And when you see me, am I a specter on your glass, or do you turn your gaze away? Am I the visage of your past? Oh, 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 dreams of empire. Thank you. Got one more for you. This song's called Lost Boys. Sorry, a little out of tune. Something simple trickles in through data on demand. Sacred texts and jealous sexes throbbing in your hand. A meditation on the vainest thought you know. Fear and loathing, beer and clothing, shoot it up your veins. Hallelujah, what's it to you? Give your man the reins. A revelation from the palest God you know. You think you made it, but you're lost, boys. You never run out of ways to take it from us, so but that doesn't scare me at all. You're just a number they call. Wall the border, law and order in a Kevlar vest. sounding picture, I didn't miss you, strapped across your chest, a recitation of the darkest deeds you own. Heavy misting, revving pistons on your way back home. Murder disco, Monte Cristo, serving payback. Oh, a visitation on the corner street, you know where. You think you made it, but you're lost, boys. You never run out of ways taken from us, oh, but that doesn't scare me at all. You're just a number they call. You think you made it, but you're lost, boys. You never run out of ways to stay above us, oh, but that doesn't scare me at all. Good dogs will come when they're called. These are the nights when I'm the man out front, when I'm gnawing at my skin, things I would die if I could have undone seem to start each day again. Is there a song to set the captive free, or to dull her waking pain? Am I someone that I should be? Can I make it plain? Please, it's a long way out if you're going on your own. Please, no, you won't get out if you're going.
Mobley live from the Dell Music Lounge here at the Dell Experience at South by Southwest. A special Dell Music Lounge from downtown with Mobley. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. You've got just one or two more appearances during South by Southwest itself, and then you're going off on the road, which I think a lot of people would be jealous of. So. But thank you. Mobley will be again with us live on the radio Wednesday morning when we move down to the Van Zant for our 4 mornings of live broadcasts. You can learn more about those at acl-radio.com. Mobley's going to run. He's got to get ready for upstairs, but we're going to welcome to the stage Liz Matthews, who is the Senior Vice President of Dell Technologies Global Brand and Creative. Liz has been, well, representing Dell and representing Austin on a world stage for a bunch of years now, and we're happy to have her here live on the radio. Well, you know, our Dell Music Lounge is a year-round thing, but we got to do it here today, and we got to do it for a bunch of folks. I think they were lying. Mobley asked how many people here are visiting from out of town, and there was only like 4 hands. I don't buy that.
I don't buy it either.
Yes.
I think we need to ask that question again.
Yeah,
right?
so who really is from out of
Who
town?
is really from out of town?
Come on.
Okay, well, we got the same
All right.
answer. Okay.
So you wouldn't know it by the makeup of the crowd today, but this is clearly a town that, particularly in the last couple of years, a lot of folks are moving to, and a lot of businesses are moving to.
Absolutely.
Your best guess, and maybe shortest guess, as to why that is.
Oh, gosh. Well, I think today embodies why that is. I mean, this is a city of creatives. This is a city of innovators. This is a city of entrepreneurs. This is a city of music. This is a city of art, a city of education. And it's a place where people are kind. And I mean, I'm not surprised that people are flocking here. I'm not surprised businesses are coming here. It's an environment that just cultures people's whole self and creates a lot of innovation, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, one of the turning points, innovation-wise, and particularly tech-wise, was South by Southwest's growth over the years, the ability for a lot of the tech industry to come to where you already were and have been the whole time, as Dell was born in a dorm room.
Absolutely.
That said, South by was a game changer for this city, and particularly the tech sector. After 2 years of not having it, how different is it to be able to do this?
I mean, my heart is full, and I hope everyone else is. It is absolutely amazing to be back. Those 2 years were hard. And just like you said, I mean, Dell is the original tech company here, and we have that same passion that South by has to bring innovation and creativity and community to Austin. And so we've been a part of this for a long time. We love to partner with South by. We're so excited to be able to be here today and put on this experience. And I mean, it is incredible to be back.
Not that long ago, I was on a Zoom call that you were leading that had folks, like Matthew McConaughey. On that call, the big sort of question throughout, running through it, the thread, was how we use all this growth for good.
Yeah.
How we are either able to or not able, in some cases, to keep the culture intact, but yet continue to grow, not be resistant to change, but also not lose sight of what made Austin, Austin. That's got to be that is a difficult balance, but it's something you spend a lot of time thinking about, clearly.
We spend a huge amount of time thinking about. And that conversation, we talked a lot about how excited we are about the growth, but that everyone plays a role in that growth. And I know you've talked to Matthew a number of times, and I'll use his words. The city has village values. And if you're going to come here and be a part of it, then what are you going to contribute? And we want to create opportunities for people to contribute. Being a Dell employee, you get to give back. We match up to $10,000 for every employee who donates to nonprofits in Austin, Texas. That's being a part of the community. And so culture is hugely important. And you can bring your whole self, but also be open to what's here and being a part of it, and not trying to turn it into something that you came from, but join it.
A couple of years of pandemic, now this, again, a changing Austin, and we are talking a lot about Austin because, this is the Austin portion of an Austin event.
Absolutely.
And you're the Austin company. What makes you hopeful? What are we looking forward to? What kind of silver lining has there been from the last couple of years? And at the end of the day, you're hopeful about what?
I am so hopeful about the commitment to arts, community, creativity, technology. I mean, in just a couple of weeks, we're going to open Moody Center, which is really going to be the cultural touch point for music.
Maybe they do live here.
They do. Yeah. I love it. Women's and men's basketball at the University of Texas, Hook'em. It is I love who booed. Someone booed. It is the cornerstone. And when you think about organizations and universities and companies like Dell coming together to do something like that, it's huge hope. And it's going to provide opportunity for people to see great music, experience things they haven't, and We're really excited. We're really excited. I'm very optimistic and hopeful because I'll tell you, I've met many, many folks who've come from outside of Austin, and they've been amazing. And so, you know, if you put positive energy out, hopefully you'll get it back.
All right. Well, the only thing I know for sure is that we're going upstairs in a few minutes.
We are going upstairs.
Upstairs will feature another Mobley performance, but for those of you still with us on the radio, I do want to point out that the Dell Music Lounge is, of course, a year-round thing. We're going to be in our Dell Music Lounge on Monday with a special performance from Walk the Moon. You can learn more about that at acl-radio.com. And as luck would have it, Dell Technologies is the sponsor of our 4-morning stand at the Hotel Van Zandt. Those shows, and since you're all from Austin, you can come. Those shows, reportedly, allegedly all from Austin, those shows start on Wednesday morning. Again, you can get more information at acl-radio.com.